What's going on? Judo Keys here. Hope you're having a good day, good night, wherever you are. If you didn't know, not only do I play the piano, but I also produce my own music. And today I just want to talk about what is my mission, what is my goal. Because maybe you stumbled upon my channel because you want to learn the piano. Maybe you stumbled upon my channel because you like music. Regardless of why you're here, I just want you to get to know me as a person, as an individual. And I hope you learn something along the way while I'm learning and growing in this thing called life. And I hope you feel inspired to pursue your passion, to pursue your dreams, and don't give up. So let's take it back to when I was 11. That's when I started learning how to play the piano. I played piano at my church. And many years later, I still know how to play the piano. And I'm always trying to grow, whether it's my music, whether it's in life. I'm always trying to grow as a person and learn more. Fast forward at age 23, I developed a passion towards producing music because I knew how to play the piano, but I'm like, what else can I do? Because I know how to play the piano, but I've always been interested in making my own music, making my own songs. So that's when I got into producing music. Now, years before that, I used to have GarageBand on my iPad, so I'll produce music on my iPad. And it wasn't until I visited my cousin's studio out in LA that I found a bigger passion towards producing music. So that's when I started to learn more how to produce music. Fast forward to age 23, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna buy my own MIDI keyboard, my own Mac, my own program, which I use Logic Pro X to produce my music. And I didn't know anything about producing music. I just wanted to learn. I bought my first Mac computer. Then I went to Guitar Center by myself. I bought my MIDI keyboard. And I had no idea how to produce music. I did produce music on GarageBand, but going to GarageBand all the way to Logic Pro X, it was completely different. It was very humbling. I was frustrated, I was stressed out, I was overwhelmed by all the knowledge I needed to learn. But then I told myself, you already spent over $2,000. So each day after work, I'm gonna spend 1 hour of uninterrupted time on YouTube to learn how to produce music on Logic. So that's what I did each and every day. Little by little, I started increasing my knowledge on how to produce music. And then I started producing my own songs, and I'm gonna be honest, they're completely trash. And even though I was making songs here and there, my mental was completely unstable. I was super stressed, super overwhelmed. I would compare myself to other artists, other producers. Like, how come they're so young? How come I'm not there? So then I'll start getting discouraged. I'll be overwhelmed. My stress tolerance was low. My stress tolerance now is more higher. I'm able to handle certain amount of stress. I don't get as overwhelmed easily as I did then. But back then, everything would stress me out. It wasn't until I realized that the journey is what it's all about. Yeah, the destination is good, but you have to enjoy the journey, because once you reach that destination, that goal, that dream, you're gonna think back at the times you are struggling right now as the good times. You're gonna talk to your friends like, yeah, remember that one time where back then we didn't know if we're gonna be able to pay rent? Or remember we didn't know if we're gonna eat that night? Those were the good times. The adventure, it's all about the adventure and taking risks. So once I realized to enjoy the journey, that's when I started making even better music, more high quality music. Each and every day I would work on songs, but I wouldn't feel overwhelmed as I did back then. There was no pressure of me making the best song ever and comparing myself to other people. It was because I was content where I am, but I wasn't comfortable. There's a difference between being content and comfortable. Content is I'm grateful to where I am. Comfortable is I'm just gonna chill. I don't gotta pursue anything else. But no, I was content, but I was not comfortable. So I always test my limits and I didn't feel overwhelmed. And let me tell you one more thing. Life happens. Life is gonna happen to you. There's gonna be times where you go through certain things. You have to not let that stop you from reaching your goals. If anything, when life happens to you, you should tell yourself, that's the reason I'm gonna be successful. That's the reason my dreams will come true. I'm gonna use that trial, that tribulation as fuel to push me further and further towards my goals. And that's what I did. I've been through a lot in this life, and that's why I'm so hungry for success now, because I've been through so much. So you should use that pain as fuel so you could push further and further to learn more, to put in action, to be disciplined, to be consistent, and then you'll reach your goal. So what is the vision for Judo Keys? Number 1 is to bring glory to God, because without God, I am nothing. Number 2 is to teach more students on how to play the piano through my YouTube videos or my piano blueprint. Number 3, produce high quality music as a producer and as a music artist. Number 4, build the Judo Keys brand and inspire others to follow their dreams. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've taken something of value in this video. Be sure to give this video a like, comment on what you would like me to discuss in the future. My wish for you is to never give up on your goals and dreams, and let's keep moving up. Peace.